Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, guys. The fucking good gun. This one should be called the best gun. This is the best good gun so far. And we've had some good ones. We've had the burglars and robbers and shit shooting themselves in the leg, in the dick, in the head. We've had old ladies chasing burglars out of her home. We've had guys hanging out in the driveway just smoking a cigarette. A few punks drive up and try to rob them, and they get blasted. We had a lady in Chicago standing outside at 4:30 in the morning trying to catch her bus to work, not bothering anyone. Some young Thundercat comes up to her, tries to rob her. She takes out her concealed carry and remedies the issue. We've had all kinds. Kids shooting at burglars, moms, dads. But nothing like this. Nothing like this good gun has ever happened. Wetwork 57, yes. Best gun ever. I think it is. Because shit. Guys, this good gun is off the fucking charts, man. When I saw this, I said, what? Out loud. I said, what? Yeah, real shit. Real shit. Shout out to the folks who hit me up to be mods. I asked you guys to give me your names that you have on here so I know, recognize them when I see you so I can have you as one of my mods. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, the good gun today is the best gun. I can't say ever because we're not doing them. Maybe something will top this, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to top this good gun. So let's get to it, shall we? But first, hey, did you know silver prices are low right now because investors are selling their holdings because of turn down in demand? Once fears subside, though, we could see a surge in demand for silver as consumers come back. A perfect time to get your silver IRA started. And this month, you'll get an incredible free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with a qualified IRA of $20,000 or higher. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Call the team now, 877-646-5347, or for more info, go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. There is a risk of loss, and past performance is not indicative of future results. That's the part that they would normally read really fast. There's a risk of loss, and the past performance is not indicative of future results. Guess who broke that super chat cherry? Broke the financial hymen. Of course, C4 Duke. Thank you. Give my lovely wife a shout out to Ms. Pepsi Girl. What's up, Ms. Pepsi Girl? The real Ms. Pepsi Girl. Well, the real Ms. Pepsi Girl, please stand up. What up? How you doing? Weekend's coming. You smell that? That's weekend. It's coming up. You got another wake up, and it's Friday. Remember, us counting down the days from graduation. 4 more wake ups. We're out of here. There was a cadence we used to sing. Oh, I'm trying to remember it. Damn it. Why can't I remember it? But it's something, 5 more days and we are through. Sound off. 1, 2, that whole thing. I can't remember the whole cadence, though. I don't know why. I used to sing the cadence for our division. Good times. Roy Lee Painter, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Fernando here with my favorite neighbors, Steve's mom, and Orange out. Can I interest you in some solar panels? No, Fernando, you can't. You can't interest anybody in anything anymore. You burn those bridges. You simultaneously doused all the bridges in gasoline and set them on fire, Fernando. But I tell you what, if I owned a solar panel business, I'd hire Fernando. Assuming that Fernando was good at his job. Because one thing's for sure, one thing Fernando's never going to say again. So I don't think you have to worry about that. You might have to worry about other things with Fernando, but you don't have to worry about Fernando ever saying that again. Oh shit. That was something, man. That was something. Fernando. JP Irvine. Thank you. He says, so Alec Baldwin settles out of court with the family of the woman who was shot. I guess Juicy will be the one to do jail time. Or will he? Shaking my head. Really? I didn't hear about that. Let me write that down. Baldwin settles. Well, that's weird. I thought when you shot somebody, you had to go to jail. Like if it wasn't a justified shooting, like a justified homicide, justified killing, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that was it. I think that was negligence at the least. I don't give a damn what somebody tells you. What if somebody hands you a gun and says it's not loaded? Are you going to just say, oh, cool, it's not loaded, and start fucking around with it and use it? No, you check it yourself. Well, what if they didn't shoot guns? Well, if you're going to be an actor using movies where they use guns, then you might want to brush up on your fucking gun safety, dummy. You're settling out of court, that's bullshit. Erica by Da Vinci. Thank you for the 50, señorita. Thank you, I appreciate it. She says, in honor of my dad who just passed away, he and I are both veterans, and we both love your show. Thank you for your service, and thank you for keeping us informed, good sir. Hey, thank you for your service. Thank your dad for his service, and RIP to him. I'm sorry for your loss. I know what it feels like to lose a dad. You know, all you can do, let time go by. And I hope you guys, it seems like you guys had good times being that, you're donating in his honor. So it sounds like he was a good dude. He had some good memories. He was a good dad. So just lean on those. I see you have somebody in the picture here with you. Lean on him. Lean on your family, until you feel better. And just think of those good times he had. Maybe pick a favorite place you guys used to go. Visit there if you need to. Maybe put some flowers. Or when I go visit my dad's grave, I don't leave flowers because he wasn't a flower guy. One time I took some work gloves there because that's what he did. He worked. Beer, something like that, whatever he was into. But just, lean on those memories and keep those in mind and just think about the good times. It sucks that we all got to get out of here at some point, and never seems like it's the right time for us to go, especially when you're left here with a hole in your heart because somebody you really loved is gone. But, just lean on those that you love and let time pass by and it'll make it a little easier. That's all I can say. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's on the keyboard there. Thank you very much. We got one more here, and then we'll get to the best good gun yet. I mean, shit. Guy Incognito, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, you get me every time. Hey, this isn't the mall. Even when I know it's coming. You should do a joint live stream with Salty Cracker. You're both hilarious. You'll get a boost in subscribers. Hey, I don't even know how to reach out to Salty Cracker. I mean, I've never reached out to anybody and asked them to be on their show. I feel weird doing that. If they approach me, cool, I'll do it. I don't care how big or small the platform. But I don't know. Is that pride? Should I look past that, Jericho? Just ask them. I don't know. But I don't really like to ask people for shit. Put that on the long list of my problems. But hey, if it were to happen, if somebody were to reach out to me to hook it up, I'd be more than happy to. So happy. Oh, Carolyn 714. Did I make you a mod? I can't remember. I don't think I did. But I will. Watch this shit. Watch this shit live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Watch this shit. That was the best shit ever. Bill O'Reilly lost his damn mind. He said, we'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. You guys remember that clip? That was, that must have been 20 years ago or something. But apparently what had happened was there was some construction going on in the next room over or something like that. And here we go. I got you, Carolyn 714. You are now a mod. But he was doing the show, and there was construction going on the next building over some shit. Somebody was making noise. No, that was another guy. That was a different newscaster. He kept hearing this banging in his headset, in his earpiece, and he lost his shit. But with Bill O'Reilly, there was something wrong with the communication. And he wanted some shit done, and they couldn't get it done. And he's like, we'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. That shit was too funny, man. Bill O'Reilly, the O'Reilly Factor. I used to watch that back in the day. Long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah, I used to watch that shit. Bill O'Reilly was cool. I used to watch him around. I remember watching him during 9/11 and for maybe a couple years after that, but I'm not really a fan of his now. But that Do It Live shit, I'll never forget that. That was hilarious. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay. Hydrate. Looking at 93 degrees again today. But let's get into this one, guys. Let's get in that ass like a bike with no seat. The best good gun so far. Just off the headline. When I saw the headline, I was like, no way. No. Yes. Virginia dad fires 39 shots at naked devil who broke into the family home on the first night living there. The first night? That's how we're going to kick it off in the new house, with a butt-naked devil terrorizing this family. A Virginia dad on Thursday fired 39 warning shots and brawled with a naked woman. There you go. You think if a butt-naked man showed up in his house, he would have got 39 warning shots, but it was a lady. So he had to take it easy on her. He didn't want to blast her. I don't know why. He brawled with a naked woman who called herself the devil after she allegedly broke into the family's home on the first night living there, according to reports. The violent confrontation happened in Chesterfield County on the evening of the 4th of July. So you guys there's probably still the sweet smell of smoked meat in the air. Probably still has smoldering fireworks in the driveway, and this butt-naked devil comes to visit. 39. Hold on, let me see if I can share this so you guys can see the fucking bullet holes. Bruh, why are you shooting like that in your house? Were there no people in the rooms? Do you not care about your neighbors? I know you were new to the neighborhood, but do you really want to start shooting in the house like that? Oh my goodness, let me make this a full screen. Can I? There it is. Look at that. You see all the bullet holes right here? There's a bullet hole in the window. What the fuck? Let's go on in this story. What happened? A female suspect who was naked and with blue hair and a ponytail, blue hair, broke into the family's home and refused to leave, telling them, "I'm the devil." Are you? I got something for you, Satan. The dad of the family fired 39 warning shots at the intruder, but she was undeterred. A brawl broke out between the woman and the family, including the 12-year-old son. What? What? Son, get back in your fucking room. Why are you helping me brawl with this naked woman with blue hair? Punches and furniture were reportedly thrown about. The fight ended after the 12-year-old shoved a wrench into the intruders. What? Now, I'm going to finish that sentence, but I could hold back my laughter, but he didn't shove the wrench where you think. Don't be pled, all right? Do you think I would read an article where a 12-year-old had to shove a wrench in somebody's ass or vagine? Clam. Punches and furniture were reportedly, why'd you put those two words together? Were reportedly thrown about. What the fuck is this? Fucking ads. Fucking ads. Hold on, we got to finish that sentence. Hold on. Okay. Punches and furniture were reportedly thrown about. The fight ended after the 12-year-old shoved a wrench into the intruder's neck. Perverts, get your mind out of the gutter. Her neck. She had the strength of 4 grown men, the father later told us. Holy shit. First night. What's the second night like? First night in our beautiful home when an intruder decides to enter our home and tries to take our life one at a time, read a post on the GoFundMe page. We have lost our home. We have lost furniture. We have lost it all. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I did. Okay. She had the strength of 4 men. Hell, she had the strength of 4 dadgum men. Both dad and the intruder were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries, police said. Neither of their identities were released. A GoFundMe account has been set up. So wait a minute. First night. Not that there's a good night for that to happen. It's not like, oh, if you're going to have some butt-naked person who thinks they're Satan break into your house, well, let it be, let it be there. Well, I'm telling you, shut up. There we go. Shut up. Now, it's not like, hey, let's be here for 6 months, then let the butt naked crazy people break into the house. Then it's cool. There's no good time for that. But the first night, was it in a bad neighborhood? Were there red flags to, that this might happen in this neighborhood? Were there cars up on blocks and pit bulls and shit, or double wide trailers? There were no red flags that a butt naked psychopath, probably on drugs, is going to break into our house on night number 1. So the 39 warning shots. After 1, it's not a warning shot anymore. Why 39? And you see 1 bullet went through the window. So what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing? What is happening in that house to where your 12-year-old? Now you got a 12-year-old. So you're young. You're not an old man. Okay? I understand that if she had the strength of 4 men, she's probably on dope. But I'm going to put it to you like this, guys. If I come out in my hallway and there's a butt naked human being that does not have a ring that I put on their finger or my blood coursing through their veins, you're getting shot. Now, if it comes somehow, you're in your drug-induced rage, you knock my gun from my hand or something, I lose my weapon. Okay? I'm going to tell you this as a man. If that's a woman, you're in my house, my level of anger, blinding rage, blinding murderous rage is where I'm going to be at on my anger meter if I see you in my house. Strength of 4 men or not, lady, I'm going to fuck you up. All right? I'm grabbing your blue hair and I'm whipping you around through a window into the drywall. All right? Hands, knees. It's going to be a full body exercise. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I'm giving you everything. I will come out victorious. A butt naked woman. I'm not trying to be sexist, ladies, but I'm pretty strong, okay? Throw anger into it. Papa Bear, got my wife, my babies in this house. If you get through me, who's going to protect them? That's the way I see it. If I fail, there's no one left to protect my family because the police won't be here for a few minutes, if they've even been called at this point. So there's no other option. I'm going to destroy you, woman. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to slam you. I'm going to punch you. I'm going to grab something, a vase, a chair. It's going to be a WWF match in here. It's going to be Survival Series in my living room. But I will come out on top. He was hospitalized. Did he break his hand on her face? Did he shatter his knee on her jaw? I don't understand. How are you in the hospital? How does your 12-year-old get involved, man? I don't know. Unless Ronda Rousey breaks into my house, unless some Samoan woman, I don't even know if she would survive, honestly. Size really don't mean shit, especially if it's a man versus a woman. Come on now. And she's probably on drugs, so her strength was through the roof. But I tell you what, lady, I'm bringing the heat. You better bring yours. Yes, Jean Grey, JG off the top rope. I'm a Superfly Jimmy Snuka your ass off my dining room table. It's on. Survival of the fittest. This is a fight to the death. If I don't take you out, who's going to protect my family? I can't fail. You ever see like one of them Promise Keepers, like that Christian strongman group where they take phone books and they go like that and they tear them in half? That's how I'm going to tear you in half, lady. I'm tearing you in half long ways. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. My mom would be so mad that I'm saying ain't. She don't tell me ain't is not a word. Scott Calais, thank you. Joe Biden would say, lady, let's think about what you're thinking about. Come on, man. Yeah. I'm going to see what she's thinking about because I'm going to try to get inside of that coconut. We're talking prison rules. I'm biting, I'm scratching, everything. This is it. And if I can, I will throw the kitchen sink at her somehow. I will work it out of the countertop and throw the kitchen sink at her if I have to. That was some weird shit. 39 warning shots, a fight with a butt-naked woman. That's a wild night. In Vegas or not, that's a wild-ass night. How do you look your son in the eye when you got hospitalized by a naked lady? Ranson Shen. Don't believe the new anti-woke comedians who were previously woke. They only switched to anti-woke when their careers and popularity plummeted. Exactly. I don't like that shit. Don't come back now trying to act like you were always against this shit. Now that the smoke is clearing, now that it's safe, now that some real comedians have jumped on all the fucking grenades, now you want to come out, yeah, fuck this shit. No, you're a piece of shit. You're a comedian. You should have been at the forefront of all this shit. You should have been the ones talking for us, standing up for us, fighting back against this bullshit. You guys are comedians. You're supposed to talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about. You're supposed to push the envelope. You're supposed to be impervious to that SJW woke cancel mob shit, and you weren't. You weren't. Fuck you all. We need damn Kinnison's back. We need Carlin. We need Pryor, Robin Harris, Robin Williams. That's who we need back. Those are real comedians. You guys are a bunch of bitches. Bunch of soft-ass, scared bitches. Matter of fact, I might watch some Richard Pryor. I was on the Double Impact last night, and there we were talking about Blade, and if you've seen it in the beginning, that the vampire Quinn, he's set on fire. And so the police or the ambulance, they pick him up, take him. He's about to get an autopsy, and they open the body bag, and there's still smoke coming out, and he's charred, crispy, like black, like a brisket. And it reminded me of a Richard Pryor joke. You remember he doused himself in flammable liquids and set himself on fire, burnt up almost his whole entire body. And it was in this movie called JoJo Dancer, where it's about him. And so I believe his first comedy special after that was live on the Sunset Strip. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was the one where he's wearing a red suit, not on the cover, but in the actual stand-up. He's wearing a red suit, a black shirt, and a red tie. And he's talking about how he survived it. And he said, and the people were clapping for him. He said, hey, don't be clapping it for me now. I heard all them fucked up jokes you guys have been telling. And he takes out a match and he lights the match and he says, what's this? What's this? And they're like, what? Richard Pryor walking down the street. He's like, yeah, you some cold motherfuckers. So it reminded me of that. Probably the greatest comedian ever is Richard Pryor. Matt Plummer, you're right. Jim Brewer. There have been some real ones. Jim Brewer, Nick DiPaolo, who have been, who didn't fall for this shit, who weren't having it the whole time. They stayed pedal to the metal the whole way. But there's a lot of comedians who didn't. I'd say most of them didn't. Most of them are a bunch of bitches. But Richard Pryor, Sam Kinison was so damn funny. Dude was a genius. There was a joke he had about us sending money to Africa because they're starving. he said, you know what you need to send over there? You need to send, hold on, let me see if I can find it because I don't want to butcher this shit. Hold on a second. Sam Kinison is so damn funny. And I'll play the audio, so I don't think they can hit me with a copyright shit. Kinison. Let's see if this is the one. Let's see if this is it. Oh, yeah, this is it right here. You live in a desert. Hold on a second. I want you to hear the whole thing. Here we go.
You want to stop world hunger? Stop sending them food. Don't send these people another bite, folks. You want to send them something? You want to help? Send them U-Hauls. Send them U-Hauls, some luggage, and send them a guy out there that goes, hey, you know, we've been driving out here every day with your food for like the last, 30, 40 years. And we were driving out here a day across the desert, and it occurred to us there wouldn't be world hunger if you people would live where the food is! This is sand. Yeah. It's sand. You know it's going to be 100 years from now, huh? It's
going to be sand. Sam Kinison, man. He said, this is sand, huh? Yeah. You know it's going to be in 100 years? Come on now. That shit is funny. But guys like that, do you think, hold on. How do you think a Kinison, Pryor, Carlin, all these dudes, how do you think they would act with the woke mob? If someone said, you're canceled for saying this, or you can't say that. Shit. Their comedy special will be called, I Can't Say This. Hold on, I think this is the one with Richard Pryor. I want to tell you about.
Y'all did some nasty ass jokes on my ass too. Oh yeah, y'all didn't think I saw some of these motherfuckers. Since you love me so much. I remember this one. It strike the max like this. Said, what's that? Richard Pryor running down the street.
Fucking genius.
Pryor running down.
Fucking genius. Those guys wouldn't fall for this shit. No way. Carlin? You're going to tell George Carlin what he can or can't say. That's been, again, this part of this woke shit, a lot of it's new. Like comedians being told what they can or can't say. They thrive on saying what they're not supposed to say. That's where they make their money. That's how they make people laugh, by pushing the envelope. You ever heard a comedian tell a joke where you're like, oh, shit. Should I be laughing at this? There's a comedian named Anthony Jeselnik. That motherfucker. He was on, I think, the Donald Trump roast. Remember when everybody used to like Trump, didn't have a problem with him and call him racist? And there's a famous actress named Marlee Matlin. If you saw her, you'd recognize her. She's deaf. So if you needed a deaf lady from like 1985 to 2000, that was Marlee Matlin. And so she's deaf. She can't hear, of course. And he says, Marlee Matlin, are you listening to me? And what made that joke even funnier is the guy sitting next to her who had this sign language and all the horrible shit he was saying about her. That dude had to sign to her. Oh, man. That shit was too funny. Marlee Matlin. And then he waits a second. She don't say nothing. He goes, are you listening to me? Oh, my goodness. Oh, too damn funny. Heidi Booth. Thank you, miss. She says, remember Sam Kinison's Wild Thing video? Hi, JG. I'm late to the party. Don't worry about that, Heidi. You are here now. Grab a seat. Too funny, man. But to think that comedians were told and were silenced. Scary Harry Flanagan, yeah, Jezelnik is fucking brutal. Yeah, man. He says jokes where you're like, oh shit. But it's funny. And he does that that dry humor, like he won't laugh. Like almost like a Stephen Wright. He won't laugh. Just straight face. It's fucking hilarious. Anthony Jeselnik is laughs. And hold on. You're gonna tell Andrew Dice Clay that he can't be Andrew Dice Clay. There are comedians that just wouldn't stand for that. They wouldn't stand, they just wouldn't. I don't know how to explain it. They just wouldn't. Those heavy hitters, high on coke and fame. Shit, go ahead, you try. You tell them. Man, that shit. Al Rodriguez, the Hispanic conservative. Thank you very much. He says, love your videos, JG. Thank you, Al. Appreciate that. Ranson Shan, again, thank you. The Duckman speech on comedy describes it best. An adult cartoon character played by Jason Alexander. Comedy provokes because it treats us like adults. Perfect. That's why it's so funny. Partially, comedy has to be kind of brutal, like a roast, like I mentioned. Perfect example. You get up there and stand in front of somebody and try to come up with the most hurtful shit you can, but still make it funny. Not just, you can't just be mean. You can't just be brutal. It still has to be funny. And these roasts go all the way back to like the 70s. That's as far back as I've seen them, like Sammy Davis Jr. and what's his name? Don Rickles. Old school dude, just standing up there, just burying these people, talking the worst shit. I remember the Flavor Flav roast. That was pretty bad. Who was it? Greg Giraldo. R.I.P. Greg Giraldo. I don't think you could tell him shit either. He was a pretty brutal comedian too. And he told Flavor Flav he looks like a skeleton wrapped in electrical tape. Oh, fuck. And then there's this female comedian named Samore. She told Flavor Flav, she said, you look like Magic Johnson should look. Just brutal. But that's what makes it so funny. And for these people that we're supposed to look to through all this bullshit, like you're driving a car and instead of raining water, it's raining down diarrhea. And you got your windshield wipers going as fast as you can, but you just can't. But up ahead is a light. Up ahead, it's like the Northern Star. You know that's the direction of safety. At least when I see that, I know where I'm headed. I know I'm headed towards something. They were supposed to be that something to give us hope through all this bullshit, and they didn't. They tucked their tails and bowed to their masters. But I thank you for that because you made a space for me, and I wiggled on in it. Roy Lee Painter, yeah, Doug Stanhope, that's another one. Doug Stanhope, cold. He always has a cigarette in his hand, and you ain't telling Doug Stanhope shit. He's another one. I wish we could bring those guys back. I wish we could bring those guys back, resurrect them, and just make this fucking Justice League of hardcore comedians that just ain't gonna take it. Could you imagine giving Richard Pryor Twitter? What? George Carlin on Twitter. Twitter would have to shut down. Patrice O'Neal. The way Patrice O'Neal talked about women, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but he wasn't ass kissing like they do now. Patrice O'Neal? No. Wes Walker says Ron White. I saw Ron White recently. He's pretty unchanged too. He's up there with his tequila, I think he has now. And Bill Burr, there's a bit that he does there was a kid on Dr. Phil, and the kid was unruly. Obviously, didn't have a father in his life. Because if he did to his mom, if my kid ever did what he did to his mom, I would take his spirit. Remember Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat? Your soul is mine. Yeah, it would be mine. But this kid, Dr. Phil has them sitting across from each other in chairs, and the mom's airing her grievances, and I don't like when you do this. You're a little shit. And the kid keeps cutting her off. And the mom says, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. And the little boy, 12 years old, so you can't say he's a toddler. It's not his fault. This boy is like 12 years old. He reaches over and slaps his mom across the face. LS, Corey Holcomb's another one, but I don't like his views on other things. But as a comedian, yeah, he's pretty hardcore. But he reaches over and he slaps his mom across the face. And Bill Burr talks about how he thought they were going to cut the camera and you're going to see the boom mic, right before the camera cuts, the boom mic guy is just going to have to separate this woman, pull her off of this boy. She's about to claw his face off. You hit your mom, that's a death sentence around the world, right? I don't care if you speak English or not. You hit your mom, everybody around the world knows that you're dead. But the kid didn't do anything, or the mom didn't do anything. She just sat back and held her face like, oh, I can't believe you hit me. And Bill Burr starts to talk about, he said, if I was that kid's father, shit. Kid. Hold on, let me find that one too. Sorry, guys. This is just some good shit. Let's see. Bill Burr. And you have Mum. M-U-M. Just look up Bill Burr Mum. Let's see if I can find it. And it's 15 minutes, so I won't play the whole thing. But, man, he just talks about what he would do to that kid, and it's the funniest shit. Hold on. Let's see. Bill Burr Mum. Dr. Phil. And somebody in here, I'm sorry I didn't see who it was, but they mentioned Bill Burr. He does like a 12 or 15-minute rant in Philadelphia about Philadelphia. He's in Philadelphia at a comedy show. It was hot. People were waiting all day. By the time he got out there, it was like dusk. People were drunk and pissed. And for 15 minutes, he just roasts the city of Philadelphia. Their crime, how they treated Joe Louis, how Rocky has a statue and he's not even a real person. I mean, he in front of Philly, in front of Philadelphians, rips them apart, and it's fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, fat kid slaps mum. Let's see. All right.
You ever watch a YouTube video and you wish that you could
Hold on, I'm
just
just gonna fast forward.
Fucking control.
She's the boss of you and you shut up! Give me a turn to speak! Fine, see? You do that to me!
Listen to this little motherfucker!
How does it feel to be told to shut up?
And this kid's got this temper and he's so fucking out of line. And then she starts giving him shit. And out of nowhere, he just hauls off and fucking slaps her like a goddamn pimp.
We've talked about. Let me speak!
Ooh.
How does that feel? Do not. Put your hands on me. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? No, I asked you a question. You know what? Shut up!
Oh, the only thing, what? The only
Hold up. I would need a new son. I would tell my wife, let me know when you're ovulating because we're going to need to make a new child because this one is dead. He slaps his mom in the face and tells her, shut up. Boy, I would strip your fucking skin from your bones. People would ask, how are your kids? What do you mean kids? I only have one left. The 12-year-old died when he slapped his mom across the face. Let my mom call my dad and tell him that I slapped her. He'd kill me over the phone. My mom would put the phone in my neck and my dad's hands would come out of it and strangle me before he got home. Remember how Bart used to get strangled? While you little... Yeah.
The only reason why it wasn't a pimp slap is because it wasn't a backhand, but it had the same fucking... It sounded like a flare chop.
Hold on.
Right to...
Let me play this one. This one I know he does a story.
and was totally in the right.
Hold on.
In Stallone or whatever. And I will throw you up. Forrest. Not that IKEA shit that explode was just like. But it had the same fucking. It sounded like a flare chop, right to her fucking cheek. And there's this pause, and I'm like, oh my God, she is going to be on him like a mountain lion, and I'm going to see the boom mic guy jumping in, trying to pull her off from clawing the eyes out of this kid's fucking head. There's that pause, and then the kid just goes, how does that feel? How do you like it? And the mother does absolutely nothing, and I swear to God, I was just like, I had to like stand up and like walk around and do like little fucking killing that kid right now, right? And you know what I would have done if I was that
guys, I can see you guys in the comments now. Carolyn 714, I would have died. Yes. Andrew Justice, my dad would have killed me. Well, actually, my mom would have killed me. Let's be honest. My dad would have been there to maybe get a tarp, lay a tarp down, spray some blood off the driveway. There wouldn't be much left. And Lord German Husbando, the mom sounded weak. And she sounded weak and she looked weak. She had those eyes, those sad, defeated eyes. Wow. Wow.
Was that I just wanted to insert. I was scaring my dog over there. Sorry, dude. Sorry about that. All right. What does it take to make a dog? And I immediately just imagined being married to that woman, and then that was my son. And I got to tell you right now, if, when I marry Nia and we have kids and do all that shit, if one of our kids ever slaps her in the face, I would have fucking I would have choke slammed that kid through the fucking coffee table. With any luck, it would be one of those old school antique coffee tables, that were made out of the really good wood from deep in the fucking forest. Not that IKEA shit that explodes like a fucking stunt table, And I would just put that motherfucker right through
authentically
it, and then
Kennedy.
I would pull him up by his goddamn larynx and then right through the fucking drywall. All right? My hand would be disappearing into the wall like I just fisted a fucking horse.
So choke slam the kid through the coffee table, pick him up, and put him through the drywall. I'm with you, Bill Burr.
And you would be wondering where that kid was. And then I'd pull him out, and he'd have all that fucking plaster in his hair. And he'd start to cry, and then I would just fucking take away like 3/4 of his oxygen, and I would whisper in his ear really calmly, like one of those bad guys in those great 80s movies with Mel Gibson, where once they get him tied up, or fucking Stallone or whatever, all the goons would get him tied up, and then the head bad guy who's running shit would just come in all relaxed with his fucking dress shoes and suit. It would just come up and just sort of put his face like parallel to the other dude's face. You just come in, you just whisper right in the guy's ear, nice and calmly. That's what I would do to him. As this kid was struggling to breathe, I just put my fucking head right next to his ear. And I would just be like, if you ever slap your mother in the face again, I will fucking kill you.
Yep.
Do you understand me? Do you understand me? The only reason why you're not dead right now is because I haven't figured out how to get away with it yet.
Yes, Jacqueline, this is Bill Burr.
And then you go upstairs and you go to your fucking room. If you even look at her over the next month, I swear to God, I will grab you by your fucking baby fat and the top of your fucking head, and I will throw you upside down through the fucking bay window. You understand that? And as you sit out there in the rain, picking the glass and the wood shards out of your body, I'm going to take a tray of hot macaroni and throw it right on your fucking face. That's what I'm going to do if you ever fucking touch your mother again. Was that a little too violent?
Right? Pretty much that's what's going to happen. I couldn't believe that shit. I could not believe that shit. I would. But if you want to see it, Bill Burr, fat kid slaps mum. Hold on, let me see if I can let's see. Put the link there. Put the link. Yeah, it's about 15-minute little clip. If you want to hear the whole thing, hilarious though. He said, "I'll throw you upside down through that bay window." There's the link right there. And throw a tray of hot macaroni on your fucking face. You're dead. Hey, you hear me, kid? You're fucking dead. There's no way I would do that. No way. I never even thought of doing that. My mom pissed me off so much when I was a kid, not let me go places and all that. Man, I used to get so fucking mad. I would stand in my doorway like this, just looking at the stairs, pissed. Because my parents, I remember one time I wanted to go to a party, and my parents said no. I was so mad. I kept imagining myself cussing them out and shit. Oh, I was so pissed. Because I was a good kid. But for some reason, they didn't let me go. And then come to find out, like that Monday or something, after the weekend, that some shit happened at the party. There was a fight or somebody had a gun or some bullshit like that. Kenya from Cali, yeah, a language boys would understand. There's a certain point where, and this goes both ways for boys and girls. There's going to come a certain point where my mom is sort of going to take over more with my daughter because she's going to be getting into a certain point in her life. And my wife understands that because she lived it. And there comes a certain point with a boy where the father is going to take over more because he's coming to a certain point in his life. And the father understands because he lived through it. A mother dealing with a boy with testosterone and being a teenager and girls and all this shit going on in his body, your mom don't understand. She can't stop you. Now, what was her name? There might be a few Marsha Warfield looking moms out there. But chances are, by 12 or 13, your son is taller than you. He's getting his little, mom, hey, mom. His voice is starting to change and shit. That's when dad comes in. Because I'm going to speak a language you understand. And if that language doesn't work, I'm gonna show you what I mean. And I'm going to show you what you need to do. You look at me as this tired old man who makes that sound when he stands up out of his recliner. When you drive somewhere for a while, he's a little stiff. Takes him a minute or two to warm up. But don't let that fool you, young man. I know that testosterone is tapping you on your shoulder saying, you can take him. Look how old he is. Look how strong you are. Look at me. Think about how many pull-ups you did at PE yesterday. You're ready. Let me tell you something, young man that are watching this. You think you could take your dad? He will muster everything he has. And he will be in bed for the next week with ice packs, with icy hot packs all over him. But he will muster all of his strength for that one confrontation. He will win. Your father will fuck you up. You're a young man. Yes, you're strong. You're fast. You'll never be in better shape, but you're not a man. You don't have men's strength. You don't have grown men strength. Your bones are still malleable. You haven't paid taxes yet. You haven't had your heart broken. You've never sat at the table like this looking at a bill with the red stamp on it. You ain't ready. You know why your dad's hands are rough? Because he works. You know why he has that grease and dirt always under his nails? Because he's working. Your dad will hit you in the chest with some shit you're not prepared for. Your dad will take all the bullshit he's been dealing with for the past 20 years and put it in your chest. You're not ready. Your dad will fuck you up, young man. Now I know, Jericho, you don't know me. I can take him. And someday, between the ages of 14 and 16, something inside of you is going to make you stand up to this man. I remember I was 14 years old. My dad was bitching at me about feeding the dog and always having to tell me to feed my own dog. So I had the scoop of dog food in my hand and I was walking outside to feed the dog, but my dad was behind me bitching at me the whole way. And finally I got over there. I was almost to the dog. The dog was standing like, hey man, don't throw my food. I still got to eat. And I got a few steps away from the dog and I took that scoop of dog food and something happened inside of me. This is why I'm telling you, young man. Something's going to come over you that you can't control that's going to make you stand up to this man. I'm telling you. I would never disrespect my dad. I would never disrespect my mom. But something inside of me said, I've had enough. So I turned around, I looked at my dad, I took that scoop of dog food and I slammed it on the ground. It was plastic. I remember I swung it so hard that it cracked and it cut my finger. And I slammed it on the ground. And I looked at my dad, I said, I'm tired of this shit. And as the words left, you could also see whatever was in me that made me say it, it left too. It was like your dick after it gets you in some trouble and you're, oh, fuck, what am I doing? Your dick, he's laid out. He's of no use. So whatever made me do that also left me. So I'm left there looking at my dad like, what the fuck did I just say? It's too late. The words are already in the ether, man. My dad grabbed me right about here. What do they call this? Your lapel. He grabbed me right about here and jacked me up. I said, boy, don't you ever talk to me like that again. Then I see my mom coming. Woo! Mom coming to save me. Never been so happy to see you, Mom. Baby, leave him alone. Whatever she said. I don't even remember. Remember Saving Private Ryan when that bomb went off and it would just in that dude's ears and he's walking around looking for his arm? That was me. I couldn't hear shit. I just saw my mom talking. He didn't kill me. I'm here. Thanks, Dad, for not killing me. But I just remember that. Like, what? I don't know what happened. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, none the miser. Like that stupid ass witness during the January 6th. He grabbed him around the clavicles. Yeah, my dad grabbed me around my clavicles. But before or since, I was never disrespectful to my dad. I don't know. It was that testosterone. It boiled over. But just know, young man, if you step to your dad, you're going to lose. He's going to body you. He's going to hit you with body shots. Hopefully, he don't hit you in the face. Hopefully, he has enough compassion to know that this isn't you. This is your testosterone talking, and he won't hit you in the face. Hopefully. But, man, oh, man. Don't challenge your old man if you can avoid it, guys. Don't do it. I'm sure every guy in here can tell you that moment where they challenged their dad. Bevic Michael. Hold on. Says, Mom says, I'm not losing my son and my husband in the same day. Socrates Ken said, I was taking the garbage like Soprano style. My father then said, what do you want to do? Fellas, if you're a young man out there, your dad says, what do you want to do? Say nothing. Go in the house, live. Don't say what? Oh, don't do that. Because then your dad's going to give you the business. You don't want that business. I'm ready for it. I hope it's not bad with my son. I know it's going to happen someday because he'll give me a look now when he's mad. Like, you know, little kid face. But I ain't worried about it now. But if it comes to it, I will body my son. I will fuck him up. I don't want to. I love him. Love him more than anything. If you challenge me, yeah, what the fuck? You think I'm going to let you beat me and be shoulder checking me in the hallway and shit, my own house, pocket checking me? Hell no. I won't hit him in the face. But from the neck down, you're mine. I'll fucking tear that rib cage up. Whew. Anyway. Damn, we're almost an hour in and haven't talked about shit. So, yeah, Kenya from Cali. You always have my son G checking me. What you got on my lunch, homie? Patting me down. My wife shaking her head, looking at me like, oh, you ain't shit. Oh, could you imagine getting punked by your son? Nah, dude. Nah. N-A-H. Nah. That's not going to happen. Could you imagine, fellas, you walking down the hall in your house and your son just show checks? You're like, what? No, like I said, I'd have to get a new kid. So this one's gone. This one didn't work out. Ransom Shan, thank you again. Lived in a 2-story house with my dad, like Jeff Goldblum hearing the T-Rex the moment I heard the vibrations of dad's work boots coming up. Just fear. Yeah, my dad, when he came upstairs, shit. What? Somebody else say, what? That's it. When I shot my brother in the face, my dad came upstairs. I ran upstairs. I don't know if I even touched the ground. I ran upstairs. I remember my dad coming up. He was taking 2 steps at a time. That's how mad he was. He was taking 2 steps at a time. And I heard him getting closer, and I knew what was coming. When he came in the room, the belt was already folded in half and ready for service. That's just how it was. Yeah, dad pulling into the driveway. That's it. And your mom tried to warn you. Now you want to get all apologetic? Now you want to get worried? Shit. But my mom wasn't no bullshit either. Don't get it twisted. My mom was no joke whatsoever. So if you had to call my dad in, you know it was bad. My mom was like small arms fire. You know, you're getting shit out, you know. But if you needed to call in the big guns, artillery support, that was my dad. My dad was the howitzer. My dad was the one with the shells that come up to your kneecap. Boom! They shoot, and you see all the dirt around it get dispersed, get displaced by the concussion. That was my dad. So once you call in the howitzers and the artillery support, you can't call them back. They done wheeled that shit out there and set up. You can't call them back. So what's happening? When my wife calls me in the room, I don't want to hear that. I didn't do nothing. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for negotiation. Your mom was Kevin Spacey. She was the one on the bullhorn trying to talk you down. That didn't work. So she called me in. All I'm here to do is throw some flashbangs and lay your ass down. I don't want to hear it. Your pleas for mercy are falling on deaf ears. Yep. Let's see. Miyagi Fang Karate 89. My dad came in through the garage. So when you heard that garage door open, it was over. I still hear the screeching metal on metal noise 30 years later. It shit'll stick with you. We could all be laying on somebody's couch talking about the trauma. But how about we get into some funny shit right here? John Kennedy. Was he governor or no, senator? Senator of Louisiana. Where'd I find that shit? Hold on, I found it on here. Oh, hey guys. Quick update. Kamala Harris, her motorcade got in a little accident. Unfortunately, she's not hurt. She's fine. But there was some overcorrection. Somebody went up on the curb. Everything. She was transferred to another vehicle. Everything's fine. The Ugandan nightmare is fine. Whew. Robert, somebody's having a birthday. Happy birthday, Robert. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, Senator of Louisiana. He's amazing. He is amazing. Let me see here. Very sound advice. Very simple. I like it. Hold on a second. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, what do you have to say for yourself? This is an ad that he released running for re-election.
Surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
Excuse me. Who? Next, if you don't like the police simply because they're the police, well, next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead. Drop that mic, man. Robert Boycourt, it was you, huh? Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Man. Anybody see anything wrong with that? He says, I'm against the woke mob. A mother should not have to look over her shoulder while she pumps gas. Hello? Do we all not want to live in a society where mothers don't have to look over their shoulder while they pump gas? Yeah, we do. The fact that someone needs to say that out loud is sickening. People want to defund the police. Well, if you don't like the police just because they're police, then call their counterpart. Call a crackhead. Imagine how efficiently that department would run full of crackheads. That is so fucking funny. And of course, these woke jackasses, blind to their own racism, are going to say, simply because he said it with a twang, that it's racist. He's white, it must be racist. Well, the fact that you're saying it's racist is racist. Are you saying that only people of color smoke crack? Are you saying that? I've seen some white crackheads. They're just as bad as the black ones. Are you saying that only black and brown people smoke crack? Fucking idiots. Oh, that shit was funny. Can we hear it one more time? That was too damn funny.
Is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals.
Hello.
A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
He said, I blame the criminals. Yes, the ones carrying out the crimes, blame them. Crazy, right? Chrissy says her cackling is what caused the accident. Imagine how hard it is to drive. Not only are you driving, but you're driving the vice president. No pressure. And to be driving and just hear, gah, 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 gah. You're like, shit, can I get some earplugs or something up here? So you're driving, one hand on the wheel, and one hand you're trying to push your ear against your shoulder so you can at least cut the cackling in half. Gah, 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 gah. He probably couldn't take it anymore. Maybe he was trying to take himself out. Maybe I can get injured and get a few weeks off away from this. I bet her Secret Service, they probably have ear damage like people who do sound for rock concerts after like 15 years. Huh? What do you call that shit where you have that permanent ringing in your ear? That, damn it. Can't remember the name of it. Oh, I just had the name on the tip of my tongue. I'm not going to look at the comment section. I'm going to try to figure it out. Damn it, I can't remember, but when you have that permanent ringing in your ear. Yeah, man. Oh, tinnitus. That's right. I used to do sound for Motley Crue from like 85 to 90. I got tinnitus. I bet her Secret Service is going to have tinnitus too. The only time she's not, she's eating. Constantly. Ugh. Poor guys. I hope they got their health healthcare covers that. Covers that tinnitus that they're definitely gonna have. They're definitely gonna have it. You say, hell, you don't like him? Call a fucking crackhead, man. I agree, Senator Kennedy, and I hope you get reelected just for that. And speaking of Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. She has a new house guest. Well, why do we care, Jerk? I don't give a damn she has a new house guest. Well, they're not like house guests she's having over, like, oh my God, I haven't seen you so long. Come stay for the weekend. Not like that. Bam Bam Bigelow. I love Southern accents. Me too, man. I do. But they're, well, here. You see. She has some new house guests from south of the border. Hold on. Migrants. That's what they call them. Migrants. They're like birds. They're like geese. They're just migrating. You know, you look up in the sky. You see like this V shape of geese. They're just migrants. They're migratory people. They're like birds. Right? Yeah, fuck it. They're like birds. Leave them alone. Let them go. Just let them go. You guys are going to love this. So it says another bus carrying illegal ads. Another bus carrying illegal migrants stepped off. Wait a minute. Another bus carrying illegal migrants stepped off the bus. That doesn't make any sense. See if I can fix that. Another bus carrying illegal migrants arrived in Washington, D.C. Thursday morning, not far from Vice President Kamala Harris's residence. 2 more migrant buses arrived in New York City at Manhattan's Port Authority on Thursday. And states like Texas and Florida and cities like El Paso, Texas, have been regularly transporting migrants to sanctuary cities in other parts of the country. Makes sense? You claim to be a sanctuary city? Well, here you go. Get your sanctuary ready. Ongoing relocations of incoming illegal border crossers has become a popular method of protest for southern states overrun with migrants and are feeling ignored by President Biden's administration. Hold on, let me see if I can find the one. What's the guy's name? No, hold on. I got to find you the other one. This one was really touching. This one is really touching. So was it that one? Oh, here we go. Think this is it. I got to find the guy's name. Shut up. Well, anyway, there was a guy named Victor. Hi, Victor. And Victor, he was on the bus. He was one of the people on the bus full of illegals that they dropped off by her house. Now, Victor, he says he doesn't know where he's going to end up. He doesn't know what his final destination is going to be. He just wants to look for work. That's all. He just wants to look for work. But what gave me pause is how nonchalant they are about it. Just think about that. Illegal aliens are allowed to be transported within our country, and when they get there, there's no authorities waiting to send them back to their home country. Victor, who said he came from Venezuela, and he said he had to come through the jungle before he reached the Texas border. You poor thing. But he said he was welcomed and he was treated well. He was given water and food. But I thought these people were being tricked, and this was a humanitarian crisis. Oh, thank you, los Estados Unidos. I came through the jungle before I got to the Texas border. So Victor, welcome, Victor. He's going to come, and he's here, and he's showed up, and he's just going to, kind of get the lay of the land, find out where he wants to go, get a job. He just wants a better life. That's all. Oh, thank you, Senora Harris, for letting me be dropped off in front of your house. So Victor, he's just going to get to come here and get a job and work and maybe bring his family over or start a new one, hoping Victor is not a crook, hoping he's not one of the Venezuelan prisoners that was released for the sole purpose of coming up here. Fingers crossed. Spunbearing65, thank you again for the Twomsky. VP, do not come. Illegal amigos, thank you, Vite. Hey, you ding dong, you dim-witted numbnut. Kamala, I'm talking to you, border czar. You can't kick the door off his hinges and then say, don't come through the door. Well, let me say it in her native tongue. Guy. That doesn't work, stupid. Because they're not going to hear your words. They're just going to see the door wide open and all that United States of America light shining through it. Fucking ding dong. Don't come. Don't. Worthless. A border czar who's never been to the border. Right. Because that makes sense, doesn't it? A border czar that's. Holy shit, man. How can that be? I just added you as a mod, Black Star. Thank you. I just don't understand that. It's your title, but a year and a half in, you just haven't shown up yet. Anybody ever gotten a job and you didn't show up for a year and a half? That's not normal, is it? You get a job, all right. Starts on Monday. Ooh, I can't do Monday. Well, I can, but I can only do a Monday a year and a half from now. Oh, man. This shit. Kamala be cray. Kamala be cray. Oh, my goodness. Fuck. Don't come. But the door is open. There is no door. It's been taken off the hinges, but don't go through. Don't come. That's what she says to her old ass lovers. Don't come. That's your girl. Miss Border Czar herself. Nico Giorgio. He says Slowpoke Rodriguez was always high and we were fooled as kids. And we thought he was just lazy. Thought he was just a lazy Mexican. That's what he was saying. I love them old cartoons. They are so racist and unapologetic, and I love it. There was racism, smoking, alcohol consumption, abuse, in all of those cartoons, and they were hilarious. Oh, my feet are so tired. I walk here from Venezuela through the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We having fun in the game. Wish I was joking, but I'm not. Well, guys, today, my daughter has swim practice. That's right, Miss Swimmer of the Year. That's who I'm talking about. And she won the relay race for her team last week. No big deal. Just bragging. It's my girl. My girl. My girl. Got it. Sorry. Dusty in here. Team countermeasure. Thank you for the Hamilton. The truth hurts. The liars. You guys see that video where the Latinx kids or young adults were there with Nancy Pelosi? And I hope they were able to handle her stench of pop-off vodka, you know, the vodka vixen. And they all started calling her liars. That was nice. I love that. And I will pass on all these congratulations to my daughter because she loves congratulations. My daughter was on stage right now, and people were saying, oh, congratulations. She was like, stop. Keep going. I'll tell her. That's my girl. But yeah, she has swim practice today, so it'll be me and my son, me and Junior, hanging out at the house. Let me tell you exactly what he's going to want to do. As soon as my wife pulls out of the driveway, Dad, can we go to the park and then go get a for real? A for real are these, I don't know, fruit ice cream things. He likes the one that's made out of berries. He gets the berry blast or whatever it's called. That one, the mango or the strawberry banana. But they're frozen, and you take the lid off and you put them in the little machine, and it goes up in the machine, and then it stirs it. And you can pick the thickness that you want. And so he likes to go get those, put it in the machine himself. He's Mr. Independent, puts it all in the machine himself, and then it mixes it up and shit. And he loves it. So I know that's what he's going to want to do. So we'll do that. After we do some reading and a little bit of boxing practice. Bought these little hand pads. Got him a little, well, it's not little, but it's a thing where on the bottom it has this big base and you fill it with water and it has a bag on top. And you could adjust the height. I do 15 minutes of that because that's about all he can handle right now. We'll do more. But I use this for real and his trip to the park as incentive. Okay, we knock out A and B. Hey, we can go do C. So I'm looking forward to that. That's my boy. He spun bearing 65. He used to have the Hulk hands, but he broke them. Imagine that. A 6-year-old broke something. But yeah, we'll do that. Hang out, tough, have fun, maybe watch a little action movie that his mom won't let him watch when she's home. Have a good time, at male bonding. But thank you guys for all your questions, your comments, your donations, everything. Appreciate that. You were great. I was great. We were great. We will be here mañana 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already have a bunch of shit to talk about. The crazy shit won't stop. And Saturday, I'm not going to do a live Saturday because my son's soccer game is at a weird time. It's not early in the morning. It's not late in the day. It's like right in the middle. So I don't want to rush anything. So I'm just going to say no live on Saturday, but we will reconvene on Monday. So tomorrow will be my last live for this week. Rome 13, strawberry banana for real. Froyo is the list. She loves it. And they're putting a Jamba Juice near where we live too. So they'll be hitting that up. They love the Jamba Juice. Sweet Rosa, 1987. Thank you so much for the live stream today, Jericho Green. May God bless you and you all have a blessed day. Hugs and kisses. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. We'll reconvene mañana. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.